Good morning. Welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. We slept in today, which was lovely. But if you were here yesterday for the pivots stuff, I just had an aha moment that I'm not sure why it took me this long to get to. But I think I'm just gonna make some of my own products with some of this stuff before we do any workshops, and I can sell and I can expand the shop, and we can do more setting up and stuff. So it's a small town, there's a lot of opportunities, but if teaching isn't one of them right now, there's other things I can do. And maybe I don't want to do workshops quite yet. Maybe I want to have some products in the rotation, and then I don't know. It's always been my dream to have a little shop, but I would like a community center and a shop. And we kind of have both of those things. I'm just being stubborn because it's not exactly how I see it. But we're just getting started, right? So I really need to focus on my health right now too. And yeah. Fall is when I have the most creative juices flowing. So yeah, it's gonna be in the 90s for the next couple weeks still. But I've been staying inside where it's very cool to pretend like it's fall. Did I tell you guys I'm gonna buy fall tapestries so that I can put them up and pretend it's fall all year round? Kind of trick my brain. Also, I'm thinking a lot about this deck. We just need a couple pallets and some plywood. And I'm going to... I also want to build the dogs like a feeding station, because the bug situation by their food is getting kind of gross. And also Dea just keeps knocking over their bowls how they are. She's very clumsy. She has no idea that she's ginormous. The dog is like my height when she stands on her hind legs. She's big. She's a big dog. But they're always roughhousing and knocking shit over. But anyway, when I do build this deck, I'm going to do a railing and everything so that the dogs can't get over there. And then I think I'm going to be able to grow stuff better next year. Because I didn't get my tomatoes enough sun this year. And I got them special planters and everything. And as you know, I moved the greenhouse to the other side. And my herbs are doing good. So I think next year I'm just going to focus on herbs and lettuces. And maybe peppers, if I can get peppers to grow. When I make salad, I just use greens, parsley, chard, kale. I need to grow a lot of kale because that's what I eat most. And cabbage, but I don't see myself being able to grow cabbage very successfully. It seems like too big of a crop. Anyway, I'm going to be building a deck, and I'm going to be using the same wood, those like square pieces. I know that's not a square, but it's because my fingers, that I used to build the catio. I actually had to fix the catio the other day because some of the wire came off, so I had to pull the door down, and the dogs like keep jumping on it, so that door was falling apart and the cats are getting out. I think cats are still getting out, but I don't know. If they come back, they come back. I have too many to... I don't know. Daisy's been gone for a long time, so I don't know. But I think Jemmy left last night. But I've been feeding the other cats in the morning. Well, I feed them twice a day. 3 times a day because they get chicken too. Everybody gets some meat. But anyway, I'm going to put a dining set over here. So it's going to be like, you know, a little dining table for me and Niall. And then I'm going to do some string lights. But I am going to be building a railing so that the dogs can't get into it. With the wood from like how I built the catio. I mean, they can jump, but I don't know. I'm really excited about this day. Like, it's kind of going to be awkward, so that's why I'm putting plywood on the fence, because And I could probably paint the plywood as a mural on like this side. But I'm gonna be fastening like 2x4s. I know this is what my brain's thinking about. I'm more excited about building this deck than I am making my own products, but I am going to be working on that. Also, my biggest goal for fall is to cook more, create more food. So I'm gonna be buying an Instapot. I don't think I'm gonna get an air fryer because I've seen that they have lead. I don't think the Instapots do, but I really want an Instapot. Like, me and Niall really need more variety. We're both autistic, and so, but like curry. I know I've talked about this on here before. We really love curry, and so if I can make curry a little more efficiently, I'll probably get, I don't know, I'm gonna get some more stuff for my kitchen, because that's my goal. I really suck at cooking, and you know, a man who cooks has not shown up at the house yet, so I have to do it. Kind of a joke. We eat food, but we don't, I don't know, I need to get better at cooking. So I've been like perusing Pinterest, especially since we were sick in July, for more recipes, and more stuff. So I know that was a lot. I also need to get some plastic covering for the greenhouse area, and see, I'm gonna fuck around and find out and see if I can grow anything in the winter, or if it's gonna be too cold. But I have all of those arches plus the greenhouse A-frame situation, so I want to get some greenhouse plastic for winter. I want this deck built before winter. That's like my next project. I'm super stoked on it. I do have to move the garden beds in their soil, and then I put rocks down too, but I'm not worried about that, in order to build that. And then the gate opens into the yard, so it's gonna have to be like a funky, I'm gonna build it the same way. We're just gonna be putting 2x4 plywoods on pallets. Remember that whatever we do here is going back to the homestead with us. It's gonna be a grueling few days when we do move back, but that's not happening for a while. So I have 9 pallets that made the deck in the back, and this is gonna be less, but that's an acre, that's 1.33 acres out there. So like, what are 9 pallets when we go back to our land? That's nothing, you know, in regards to scope. And also, you know, the garden beds and the arches and the greenhouse and everything. It's really fucking windy out there. It's really fucking windy in town. But we have a lot more windbreakers, you know, with the house and the wall that I painted and some other, you know, trees and just other people's houses as well. So out there, it's really crazy. I mean, we're gonna have to build some shit, right, to create windbreaks. We're not ready for that. I'm not giving up on that dream ever. But I also don't feel like now is the right time to invest, just with the way everything else is going. There's a lot that needs to happen before we're ready for that. And so I'm building it, but I want to build it here first. And I really want an outside seating, eating area that the dogs can't get to, so we can enjoy fucking life. And then I'm gonna do like the string lights. Did I already say that? But this is my goal for fall. It's gonna be really lovely. And that is something I'm hoping that we will have ready, and then we can have like brisk mornings, you know, that's all. It's a little awkward because it's in the alley, but once the kids go to school, no one's really in the alley. Okay, so yeah, first is the deck, then I'm gonna be probably making my own products, extending the store. I used to make a lot more jewelry. I just bought more beads. I didn't buy that stuff for me, but I'm thinking about ways to bring in money if we're not doing the college courses. In ways that I can do. There's a pancake splatter on the microwave that looks like an alien. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. But I'll be back when we get the supplies. I don't know how many pallets we're gonna get. But pallets are only $5 at the hardware store down the street. Both of my neighbors work there now. I don't know why I mentioned that. Hopefully one of them can use their truck, because that'd be cool. But anyway, we'll see. Have a good one.